A treasure trove of peculiar discoveries, the Gobi Desert is a place of mystery and secrecy that no one has been able to figure out. From remnants of ancient civilizations long extinct to eerie phenomena that defy explanation, the Gobi is a land of endless fascination. Why is that so? What are the mysteries that haunt the minds of the researchers? Let's find out. Have you ever been to the Urumqi Museum? If yes, then you must have come across a strange collection of mummies. Did you know that these mummies are at the center of the mystery of the Gobi Desert? First, these mummies are carbon dated to 2000 BC. Now, any history geek will know that this is the same time as the famous Egyptian mummies. However, there's something else interesting about this strange collection. These mummies don't look anything like typical Chinese or Mongolian people. Instead, they look more like Caucasians. They are tall with big noses, and sometimes even blonde hair and blue eyes. The clothes of these mummies have stayed bright because of the extremely dry weather of the Gobi Desert. What's even more fascinating is that there aren't many things found with these mummies in their graves. Usually, archaeologists find lots of stuff, for instance pots and tools that tell us about their culture. But with these mummies, there aren't many clues like that. The twist in this story comes from this one fact. The way these mummies were buried, and the stuff found with them, is really similar to things found by explorers like Sven Hedin and Aurel Stein in the late 1800s and early 1900s. But those finds were only from around 100 BC. How is that possible? It could mean either of two things. Either that nomadic people kept their traditions for a really long time even when other huge civilizations were changing a lot, or these mummies are not that old. What did explorers like Sven Hedin and Aurel Stein actually find in the Gobi Desert? Deep in the Gobi Desert in western Inner Mongolia lies another mystery, the ancient ruins of Kokoto, a city that's steeped in history and mystery. It is stated that it was built in 1302 and was once a vibrant hub of trade. Many merchants and travelers came from distant lands to visit it. The legend has it that even the famed Marco Polo might have set foot in this ancient city. However, the concrete evidence of his visit remains a bit elusive. Known as Atzina in Marco Polo's accounts, Kokoto was actually prime evidence of the flourishing trade routes that crisscrossed the region. But despite its initial prosperity, the city of Kokoto met its demise in the 14th century, and it lay abandoned and forgotten until its rediscovery in 1907. The name Kokoto, which also means Black City, provides hints for the mystery that surrounds this ancient settlement. It is said that the fate of this city took a dramatic turn when it fell into the hands of the formidable Genghis Khan in 1226. However, unlike Genghis's usual approach to destruction, Kokoto thrived under his rule. In fact, it even expanded to 3 times its original size under Mongol influence. Yet peace was fleeting for Kokoto. In 1372, the Ming dynasty launched a siege on the city, marking a tragic chapter in its history. According to legend, the Ming rulers cut off the city's water supply by diverting the river. This left the inhabitants and defenders facing a difficult choice: surrender or perish from thirst. And they surrendered. During their expedition, Stein and Hedin found a strange plant that was buried with the dead, called ephedra. Ephedra is a desert plant prized for its stimulating properties. However, the presence of ephedra in the graves near Lulan and on the outskirts of the Taklamakan Desert raises questions that are impossible to answer. Ephedra, commonly known as mahuang or yellow hemp in China, contains a compound called ephedrine. For those who know, this acts as a powerful hallucinogen. Now, this plant has long been valued for its medicinal properties. It has been used to treat asthma and provides a boost of energy. Interestingly, ephedra is still harvested and exported from Xinjiang. It grows abundantly in desert regions. But the real question remains: why would the dead be buried with ephedra? There are many theories, however, none is better than the other. One theory suggests that in some cultures, items such as artifacts, food, or drugs are placed in graves to aid the deceased in their journey to the afterlife. Ephedra, with its stimulating properties, might have been believed to help the departed transition into the next realm and make sure they remained happy in the afterlife. Additionally, it may have been seen as a means to prevent the spirits of the deceased from returning to trouble the living. However, there's something more bone-chilling that lies within the Gobi Desert. Can you imagine stumbling upon a fossil of a creature so massive and terrifying that it could make your blood run cold? Well, back in 2017, researchers made just such a discovery in no place other than the Gobi Desert. The fossil appeared to be of an enormous flying dinosaur. What did this hint towards? This ancient behemoth, though incomplete, told the story of something truly awe-inspiring. After analysis, it was found that this flying creature might have been the largest of the pterosaurs. Can you imagine? These incredible flying reptiles that ruled the skies millions of years ago are being found in the Gobi Desert. This creature had a wingspan stretching up to 36 feet, which in context is equal to the size of a small aircraft. That's a bone-chilling thought. When these creatures roamed the earth 70 million years ago, the Gobi Desert was a completely different place. But even then, coming across such a creature would have been the stuff of nightmares. This begs us to wonder, what is the Gobi Desert like right now? Gashun Gobi and the desert of Lop are two formidable deserts in China. These desolate areas are covered in secrecy and mystery due to their status as nuclear test sites. But these deserts present a harsh and unforgiving landscape that only a few Westerners have experienced firsthand. The Gobi Desert is a land where extreme temperatures reign supreme. In winter, temperatures go below minus 40 degrees Celsius, and while in summer, the blistering heat soars to plus 55 degrees Celsius. Both of these deserts are towered over by mountain ranges to the south and north. Every year, the deserts encroach further, swallowing up habitable fringes and turning them into true deserts. As expected, the sun-scorched expanse doesn't provide any shade, but as the night falls, a sudden chill descends upon the desert. Fresh water is a rarity, so the only water you can find there is the salty spring water. It's a place so barren and desolate that not even the hardiest nomad can survive permanently. That's why it is a place of unsolved mysteries and supernatural phenomena. Do you know about the singing sand dunes? It's time to journey back to the 13th century again. Remember we talked about Marco Polo's adventures in the Gobi Desert? Well, among the many wonders he encountered, one particular experience is fascinating here: the eerie sounds that echo through the Gobi Desert at night. As Polo recounted in his diaries, travelers moving through the desert by night would sometimes hear what they believed to be the voices of restless spirits. If they fell asleep or lagged, they would be enveloped by mysterious sounds. They would hear whispers, musical tones, and most commonly the rhythmic beat of drums. To Polo and his companions, these sounds seemed otherworldly. But now, with the progress of science, it is believed that these sounds are a fascinating natural phenomenon. The sands of the desert possess the ability to produce eerie noises all on their own. In certain areas, these singing sands have become renowned for their haunting melodies. But how does this exactly happen? When the desert winds sweep across the dunes, or when small avalanches of sand occur, the grains rub against each other. This creates a surprisingly loud noise. But that's not all. The extreme temperatures of the Gobi Desert also contribute to this unusual phenomenon. The contrast between scorching days and freezing nights causes the sand to expand and contract. This causes the sand dunes to sing and fascinate the travelers like Marco Polo. Did you enjoy this video? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you next time.